Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to have many different twists and turns, as well as surprises and revelations in this film by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one great thing about this movie is that this film is going to be a film that will end the entire Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself, while also introducing new ideas and aspects of the Star Wars franchise that'll change how we view the entire franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the set leaks, this is where things begin to get very exciting and intriguing for the characters of Luke Skywalker, Emperor Palpatine, Kylo Ren, Rey, and a mysterious character in Episode 9. Now, specifically, it's described that Mark Hamill shot a sequence with Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley, where it said that both Daisy and Adam were engaging in a lightsaber duel near wreckage. It said that one of the scenes included Mark Hamill standing over both Rey and Ben Solo, where it's described that across them, Ian Mcdiarmid was on set standing behind Matt Smith, where it said that Ian was shouting dialogue related to a lecture about the dark side and immortality. It said that Mark Hamill stood over Daisy and Adam for the scene in which Hamill was delivering dialogue to Ian Mcdiarmid about the Force and another world. It's said to be a sequence in which Luke is guiding both Ben and Rey, where Matt Smith's character interrupts their lightsaber duel. It's unclear as to why Ian Mcdiarmid was delivering dialogue to Hamill about immortality as Palpatine, while standing over Matt Smith's shoulder. It said that Matt Smith had to move his lips with Ian as if he was delivering dialogue to Luke, and eventually begins to focus on Kylo and Rey. It's said to be a sequence that will change how fans view Star Wars, and will introduce a brand new dark side power in the third act of the film. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, to this very day, we still don't really know who Matt Smith really is. Now, there's been a lot of talk that maybe he's a young Palpatine, or maybe he's a Palpatine clone of some sorts, and I think that this is probably the closest that we are going to get to all of that. Now, we do know that Matt Smith, even though when asked, out in the open and out in the public on whether or not he's in this movie, he denied this straight up, and then a lot of the international StarWars.com websites confirmed that he is attached to this movie, so his role is very important in Episode 9. My biggest question is, why would Ian Mcdiarmid be standing over Matt Smith's shoulder while he is actually delivering dialogue about immortality and the dark side to Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, most likely Luke in the form of a Force ghost, hovering over, of course, both Kylo Ren and Rey? Now, to me, it sounds like a standoff or something around those lines, since this Matt Smith character interrupts the lightsaber duel between both Kylo Ren and Rey. So this most definitely is a sequence that involves Palpatine, because Ian Mcdiarmid was on set delivering and shouting dialogue about the dark side and immortality, as well as doing the iconic Palpatine laugh in front of Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, as well as Kylo Ren and Rey. So what's really going on here? Why did Matt Smith have to really kind of move his lips along with Ian McDiarmid's dialogue being delivered? Now, I think that there is something going on here with a younger version of Palpatine that sounds something similar to that of Star Wars Dark Empire. And when we think about this, we do know that Matt Smith, he has a character in Episode 9 that is pretty much on lockdown, right? We don't know too much about him, other than that they are doing something heavy with that character that is going to be attached to Star Wars Legends material. And what better way to insert Legends material than to do something with Star Wars Dark Empire? Now, to me, this sounds like that Ian Mcdiarmid is indeed Palpatine, hovering over, the Matt Smith character or something around those lines. Again, like I say, we do know that there is a new villain in Episode 9 that uses a single-bladed lightsaber, where it's a 2-on-1 battle in Episode 9. Kylo Ren, Rey, and going up against a new villain in Star Wars Episode 9 that wears a black cloak. So the biggest question of all, a lot of people have been wondering, is Palpatine back in the flesh? Is he going to just be a voice or something like that? That we're not quite sure of just yet. So far, a lot of the leaks have suggested that he's in the form of a hologram, vision sequences and dream sequences, you name it. However, in this particular sequence, this is Ian Mcdiarmid, said to be on set with Matt Smith, and of course, speaking to Mark Hamill, delivering dialogue and giving him a lecture. while Mark Hamill is over both Ben Solo and Rey's shoulders. Now, when I look at The Rise of Skywalker, easily one of the biggest teases of all is the laughter of Emperor Palpatine at the very end of the footage. It really left a lot of fans puzzled as to exactly what's going on with Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, and what is J.J. Abrams planning to do with that character in this movie now that Ian Mcdiarmid is back in action for this film that's really going to change Star Wars lore and deliver new dark side powers in this movie that's also going to change our entire view on some characters in the originals, the prequels, and even the sequel trilogy era. So what do you guys make about this whole entire sequence? And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.